So question 5, still June 2023, Rchrp 10. 5A says, Gregor University recently introduced contingency pay. Outline the reasons that may have informed the decision. So the first thing we need to understand here is what is contingency pay. And contingency pay is that kind of pay that is really associated to performance. The contribution one makes towards the organization in terms of performance, in terms of profits, in terms of the effort, and so forth and so on. So basically, in layman's, we can say it's a payment that favors those who perform or those who contribute more towards the organization. So what are some of the reasons that can make an organization basically use this type of pay? Number one, the organization can use this type of pay as a way of recognizing and rewarding better performance. Remember, we've said it is linked to performance. How good you perform, how much you contribute, and so on and so forth. So it is a payment that organization initiates so that they can recognize good performance. And that will motivate others. I think one of the reasons as we go by, we shall see, to motivate people. So to recognize and reward better performance, that is one reason that that can make an organization to use contingency pay. And then also to attract and retain high quality people. When we talk of high quality people, simply means people who can perform, people who have the necessary skills so that they can basically contribute more positively towards the organization. So once people know that an organization uses this type of pay, they'll be wanting to associate with that organization. They'll be ready to apply for jobs or for vacant positions within the organization and basically work with the organization. So it could be an initiative that has been embraced within the organization for purpose of attracting and retaining high quality people. And then we have number 3, to improve organizational performance. Since you said it's a payment process that is linked to performance, you'll be able to improve the organizational performance. Since people will know that once I perform better, this is what I'm going to get as a reward. Once I contribute much, this is what I'm going to get. So it will motivate people to be aggressive. It will make people to work hard, and that will improve on the performance of the organization. Also, to focus on attention on key results and values. Yes, that is also another reason as to why an organization might use contingency pay. They will only wish to focus on results so that people can also have that notion of this is what the organization is expecting, or this is how the organization wants things to be done. So at the end of the day, every person within the organization will be working towards a performance. And then also to deliver a message about the importance of performance. Yes, you want to categorize the organization as a performer, as an organization that is only linked to performance. That is why people will now try to change their perspective. So to start to be performing, to start to be aggressive, to add more effort, to become more hardworking, and that will enable the organization to become a performing organization, because people will always be meeting the expectations, the goals will be met, achievements will be met, and this will make the organization to become more productive. So sometimes an organization makes use of the contingent pay so that they can shift the minds of people towards performing and towards making the organization to grow towards greater heights. And then also to motivate people, yes, that indeed performance pays. So that is also another reason as to why an organization or that specific university that we're talking about could use contingent pay to motivate its workers. And then also to influence behavior. You influence your people in such a way that they'll be behaving in a desirable manner. Because the moment you influence them in a certain way, that is basically what they're going to use when they're working. So the moment you set a standard or a platform whereby you this is what is expected of you, then they'll know what is their responsibilities, what is their role, and basically do exactly that so that they can hit the performance in order for them to be paid contingently. And then also to support the cultural change and so on and so forth. So these are some of the reasons that may make an organization to use contingency pay. In this stage, we are discussing about Gregor University. So Gregor University introduced the contingency pay basically because of the following, because of the points that we just discussed. And then we have number 5B, examine ways in which affirmative action may contribute to organizational performance. Examine ways in which affirmative action may contribute to organizational performance. So what is affirmative action? I even put for you the definition here. Affirmative action is a set of policies and practices designed to promote diversity and ensure equal opportunity in areas like education, employment, and other areas where historically marginalized groups have faced discrimination. And when you talk of marginalized groups, you could talk about maybe people with disabilities, races. You go to a different country and then you face hostility just because you're not belonging in that particular country. It is issues to do with the racism, gender, and so on and so forth. So affirmative action is basically put in practice to ensure that such things are basically dealt with. When you deal with people, whether in employment, whether in education, in whatever perspective, you ensure that you put equality as a consideration, so that all the people can be dealt with equally, fairly, and without any sort of discrimination or favorism. That is what affirmative action means. So we've said it applies in different areas, not only in workplaces, but also in education and others. So here we are looking at it on the perspective of employment, because we are talking about organizational performance. So that means we are linking with data, or we are linking it with workplace area. So what are some of the ways that this process, so that this affirmative action may contribute towards organizational performance? How will it contribute towards the performance of the organization? By you being fair, by you treating people equally, by you ensuring that you like embrace a diverse culture. How is it going to help you as an organization? One, you'll be able to recruit diverse talent. That means you're going to have a diverse workforce. When you use this as a consideration, you'll be having a diverse workforce. And the diverse workforce is whereby you employ people from anywhere. And that's how it's supposed to be. When you go to any organization right this moment in time, you'll get to see that the people within that organization are different in terms of culture, background, ethnicity, etc., etc. So basically, when you embrace affirmative action, that means you'll be able to recruit diverse workforce. You'll have diverse talent, recruiting diverse talent. And then the moment you have a diverse talent, remember, you'll be like initiating issues to do with creativity, because you'll have different ideas, you have different ways of doing things. When these people come together, reason out together, something viable for the company can be reached, out of which that is an advantage, and that is going to help you realize performance. And then also, having this as a consideration, it will help you to improve retention. There's nothing expensive for a company like recruiting every now and then, because work as a living organization, time to time. Today so and so goes, the other time goes, the other time another one goes, the other time another one goes. At the end of the day, you find organization is empty or vacant. What do you do in such a perspective? So that means you have to start over again. After a month, they've gone. You start over again. It will be very much expensive in terms of money, in terms of time, in terms of all the resources that are involved in recruitment. So at least when you have when you are doing recruitment, or when you are working, you have your organization, but affirmative action is basically running in your mind. That means you'll be able to put in strategies that will help you retain your workers, because you know what they expect, you know what they want, and do exactly as that. If it's about being fair, be fair. If it's about being treating everyone equal, do it. At the end of the day, people will not be running away from the organization. You will be able to engage them for a long period possible, and that will make you do away with the issue of recruiting every now and then, whereby you're going to save a lot of money, you're going to save a lot of time, and that is going to be important in terms of you performing within the organization. So that is also another benefit of affirmative action. That is how it's going to contribute towards your performance within the organization. And then also you can talk of brand reputation. Yes, when your brand is having a good reputation, or when your brand is reputable, definitely that is going to help you grow. You'll get more customers, you'll get references, you boost on your bottom line. Your business never remains the same. You perform, you become a performer, you become productive, and that is how affirmative action can help you basically grow, because people will see you as a person who is just, people will see you as a person who is fair, people will see you as a person who basically values equity, and that is how you end up getting the reputation you're talking about. That will contribute towards your performance as well. We have number 4, increased innovation and creativity, because you have a diverse workforce. You don't have people from only one region. You have people from different regions. They have a different way of reasoning. They have a different way of coming up with things. People become more creative because different ideas will emerge. Different opinions will emerge. When these different ideas, opinions are brought to the table, people sit down, agree on it, something good out of it comes out. That is going to help you basically release performance. So it will also help you become more innovative, become more creative, and that is how you become known. You grow, you perform, you become more productive, your business basically expands, and that is how affirmative action will impact on your business or on your organization. Lastly, compliance. You will not have disturbances from the relevant authorities. Remember, most countries are having certain rules and regulations that govern different organizations. So if this is part of it, that means you'll have complied, because you are doing what is right, you are embracing diversity, you are not favoring others and discriminating others, and that means you'll have complied to the rules that the government has put towards your business. So you'll not have a business shut down in any way, not have a business maybe distracted in any way, and as a result, you concentrate on your core activities, do it well, and then become more productive and improve in terms of performance, and that is the way to go. So the ways in which affirmative action can help your organization perform basically lie along this line. So that is number 5B of this paper. So thank you. Let's meet in our last question of this paper, which will be number 6.